Like you have some of the servers who are like, I'm just working to start a family, working to keep my family going, and then you have the one who is like, I just got off of, you know what, and I'm just here, and you're like, wow, okay, and you're telling me this, why? That actually scared me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think everything is running
Okay.
now. So I'm gonna go to my camera. I'm gonna go to every camera, and then you look at you. That's your camera. So if you ever want to go for the audience, that's your camera. Oh no! I wanted to record it. Do it again. Go. All right. Hello. Go ahead and reference this camera.
Hello.
This is.
Did you forget the name of your own show?
No, I'm trying to figure out what to say. Hello. This is the first broadcast. Oh, it's not live. Is it a broadcast if it's not live?
Who cares? You know,
This is the first broadcast of the show that we're going to call See You Waiter Bitches, because we are both waiters bitches here.
sadly, our life went to shit that we became busboys. But we're making the best of it.
We're making the best of it.
You motherfucker. Not like that.
Okay, anyway. Welcome to this drama broadcast where we talk about the restaurant that we've worked at. Welcome to this drama broadcast where we talk about the restaurants that we've worked at, but never the who or the where, because it doesn't really matter. Oh, I got it right. I'm Dylan. This is
Jason.
It's January, the slow time for restaurants, but it's always a fast time in our hearts. How you doing, Jason?
Oh, you actually ended it on a nice note. Yes, we want to talk shit, but we don't want corporate coming after us for the stories we're about to say.
I don't need to tell the truth. So yeah, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Jason.
Or to camera.
Oh yeah, the camera. I'm Jason.
And this is See You Waiters Bitches. Or See You Waiter Bitches. I think Waiter Bitches is better because it sounds like later. Instead of See You Waiters Bitches. That was the issue. Let's start with this.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. We're gonna get to the first point of this. Wait, your assumption was that you were trying to say waiters,
oh,
like actually
okay.
Waiters.
Yeah, that was the issue. It was the phrase is "See you later, bitches." Right?
Yeah.
So my idea was "See you waiter, bitches," and then the phrase would be "because we're waiters, bitches." But that confuses it because I didn't want it to be "See you waiters, bitches." I didn't know if I wanted it to be "See you waiters, bitches," because we're waiters, bitches.
I would have just kept it as that, nothing more. See you waiter, bitches.
Okay, so it is "See you waiter, bitches."
Yeah, keep it as
all right,
that.
I haven't even made the YouTube channel yet, so now I gotta get on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get the name before someone else takes it.
Before someone else takes the genius idea.
The genius idea of venting, like no one has ever done it before.
No one's ever made. Fun fact: no one's ever made a podcast before. Sorry, this is not a podcast. It's a broadcast. No one's ever made a broadcast before. This is the first brand new thing. This is my idea. Jason is here. Oh, did you introduce yourself?
Yes.
Say again.
Don't worry. My name is Jason. In case you guys want to figure out who the fuck I am.
So yeah, that's the first thing I guess we could talk about is the name. Since this is episode 243, we should probably talk about the name.
In its existence, and why it brought us together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're both busboys at this restaurant, and we've worked at several other restaurants before. So this is going to be about drama and drama in the restaurants. That's what this broadcast is.
Yeah, essentially, it's just about the shit that we kind of went through, and just because we're busboys, that's also like we don't really get any kind of feedbacks because we're kind of viewed as replaceable more than any other person that's in the position. Ironically enough, since no one seems to come after our jobs at all.
You really went to a dark place there with replaceable. Yeah, so this isn't necessarily about this current restaurant. It's whatever restaurants we've previously worked at as well. But we're not giving the name of any, so.
Yeah, again, we don't want them coming after us.
That's the main concern. All right, so I guess I'll start off.
I looked at the light. Give me a second. I just blinded myself.
Oh yeah, don't striking.
Right.
So do you have any topics you'd like to talk about?
Yes, we're gonna start with the first little
Start with
complaint
one of
we
yours.
had. One of my most funnest complaints I think I would love is the no communication when new people come in. I'm sorry, not new people. When our guests arrive and they sit at the table. So for this job that we particularly have, we have an option to actually greet the guests first,
Yeah.
or the servers can tell us don't greet them. We greet as part of our pitch, as part of our structure.
But then it depends on per waiter because some do and some don't, and some do on some days and some don't on some days.
And some don't on some days, and so we kind of get shit on for not going to any guests within the first minute.
I mean, I to be fair, I usually do, but I know which waiters don't. But
Yeah. I, on the other hand, don't because I ask them kind of first thing in the shift because again I don't want to be dealing with annoyance of any kind. But it is something that actually aggravates me because you could deal with the one server who is very short tempered. We had a few of them who sadly are not with us anymore. Thank goodness. They
sadly, thank
found better
goodness.
jobs. They found better jobs. But yes, that was the one thing that always aggravated me about being a busboy is having managers look at me and also having the servers being like, "Why aren't you helping?" I'm like,
And
"I'm doing what you said."
the worst part is on a day when they only have 5 tables all day, they still expect the same things as when we have 25 tables for one waiter.
Yeah, that's always the part that confuses me too. Because again, it goes back to communications and sometimes the lack of it. They again, you will have a server who's like, I'm ready to do anything. I can do everything, and you're kind of just on the back burner. But you still get complained on because they're like, well, why aren't you helping? I'm like, well, this band is going Rambo right now. There is no need for us to actually assist in any way besides maybe picking up a plate or silverware.
Yeah, and then you had like the other day. Let's go. Now we're going into specifics, no names. And if you say a name, I can believe it. It's fine. There's no consistency because said he had 3 tables. Sorry, they had 3 tables. Bleep that. They had let me make a mark on my. Okay, so it's confusing because you have to give a lot of context. This waiter is a great waiter, fantastic waiter. Agree?
Yes.
So day to day, usually they're doing everything, and then they ask for our help when we need it. But then some days they'll just be like, when it's like the lighter days, even, which is the weird part, they'll yell at you for not doing things they don't expect you to do the other days.
That's the thing that cracks me up actually about it is that for some reason on like the slower days, people can't function correctly. Like there is moments where we have the best servers literally all working in one day. They all have their own tables, and it's almost like it's like almost like art too because you see the way they work, you see the way they communicate with everyone, you see the energy they bring out. But then you see them fucking up every order that comes in. And then you also see the chefs fucking up the orders themselves because for some reason they just don't read the tickets correctly, and you just see everything kind of fumble, and you're just kind of standing there. It's like, well, you can't blame anybody, but also like, how the fuck did everything fall apart? Meanwhile, you also have a day like Valentine's Day or like Christmas comes in, and everybody's screaming, everybody's running for their lives. You know, it's like the Armageddon comes in, but everything works out. You know, their tickets ring in, their drinks come in, everyone's like covering their sweat though, but like at the same time, all the guests are happy and content, and you're just like, how did this work? Like this person just like broke down 2 days ago on like a table of four, but now they're like handling 6 tables at once, and a party's coming in. Man,
Yeah, I guess, but that's a little bit of just like humanity. You're not the same every day, so I guess that's where
oh
that would come from.
yeah, but that's always an issue with them on my end. I used to work a corporate job. I used to
Sorry,
a little lower.
I
You
was like,
got it.
don't move while you're talking.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so I used to work corporate. So you kind of, so the bad part of corporate is that you go on autopilot, which means that you just kind of work. Your emotions kind of go on the back burner, which is why you see kind of people of this generation who are like, I feel burnt out, I feel dead inside, and I don't think there's any way for me to actually do something in this world. Oh, did it go out again?
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
on. Keep that thought.
Oh, you got it. I'm gonna write it down now. Keep thoughts. There you go.
All right, so let's go for my first topic. Since
Yes.
were you finished?
We can cut it from there.
Okay, because that's a good feels like a good natural stopping point. Um, should we go into like lore of this restaurant, or should we stick to like current stories and
Let's
on?
take the current stories,
Yeah, because
and
then
then
if
once we
we
get a structure going on, then we'll go and kind of give up the lore of it.
if we need to lore. So it's 2024, and on New Year's Eve, the one biggest days of the year should be when I worked here for a couple years. The first New Year's Eve that I had, uh, super busy. Like, what was it? It was like 400,
Yeah, we're talking about 400. I think literally on the Bucks, and all showed up. So there was
and all
no.
showed up. This year, I checked the books. We only had 250 people all day, all New Year's. We opened at 3,
Opened at 3, as they say.
but then the worst part is there's 250, not bad. It's still pretty busy, but 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. to midnight, there was only 26 people to come in. I was gone before midnight. I don't remember how you were.
Oh no, yeah, I left right before midnight too.
Yeah.
Uh, the only saving grace of this busing job is that depending on depending on the manager, sometimes they were like, well, if you finish your section, you can just head on out. At that point, there's really no need for you to stay. So whenever I get that option, I just go straight. I the tiger, and I get all my shit done, and I dip.
Yeah, I noticed.
That's my only answer that I can give because, I mean, it's okay to stay if everyone needs assistance, but also if you did your job and you also have a bunch of supplies you can just give to your partners and stuff. I consider that as an okay thing at that point.
Yeah, what I do is I ask each of my waiters, "Hey, do you need anything? Do you need anything? Are we done? Do you need anything?" And then I say, I because the managers now, especially the one manager, they they just say, "Yeah, I know you know what to do." So yeah, if you sometimes he checks, and then other times he's like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, they go a bit back and forth being like lenient and then being like also like I gotta be up your ass, you know?
Yeah, I guess that goes back day to day of people being just different, having different moods per day, which is different moods per day is a big problem. I feel like.
Yeah, but well, it could be a big problem. But for me, I always find that in a little bit of an enjoyment because one of the thing about serving jobs is that you're always going to be with a group of just straight. How do I describe it?
Yeah,
You're gonna be in a mixed bag essentially.
mixed bag.
You're always gonna have people who you would never associate with. You're always gonna be talking to people who you never thought you would actually get along or just communicate with in general.
Yeah, I actually feel like that's pretty surmising of today's workforce, though. I feel like, especially in a city, um, but basically every job I've had has always been like, oh, I'm working with this 45-year-old dude, and we're pretty good friends.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's always been going to be the given of it. But the reason why I always like the serving is that it goes both ways between good and bad. Like you have some of the servers who are like, I'm just working to start a family, working to keep my family going, and then you have the one who is like, I just got off of, you know what, and I'm just here, and you're like, wow, okay, and you're telling me this why? And it's like because I need you to look at my table a little more, and you're like, oh, okay, okay, you know what? That's fine. You're helping me get my money. Like my paycheck is gonna get bigger because you're here because you're the best of the best. And you know what? I'm just fucking keep my mouth shut. Let's go. Because when I first started, I also started. I started as a dishwasher. My first job in high school, and the chefs there, they were amazing. I loved them to death. They're the best. But I'll never forget the one chef that grew up, and I had to put this in quotes. Grew up because he only grew up to be 5'1". But but he was the best. But he learned he learned everything when it came to cooking, and I was amazed at his work. Again, being 5'1", next
I'm talking
to
about Orlando.
no, yeah, no, no. It was a very Spanish name, but we're not gonna mention him
No, no,
in
no.
any regards. But again, he had he had the American dream. You know, he came here. He's like, I got my green card. I came into work in something, but it didn't work out, and now I'm gonna learn everything I can as a chef. And I was like, cool, good for you. You know, how old are you? I was like, I'm 25, and I'm gonna make it. I'm like,
He got a green card before he was 25.
I don't even know. First of all, you don't listen. You don't ask the specifics of the stories. You listen to the stories, okay? You go from there. I was like, you know what? Good for you. You're here now. You're making it. You're 5'1" and you're 25, but good for you.
You're really stuck in this one.
Okay.
No, because I was gonna say because my dad still doesn't have his green card, and he's 70. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
he's here.
I mean, the whole that process right there is just like a game of fucking Wars Waldo too, because you got to figure out who you need to talk to and how you get that process going.
Sorry, tangent. We'll go back to your story, but tangent about what I just said. My dad, he's tried to get a green card on three different occasions, and each time he's just missed the interview. I think he's missed
I
the
was
interview
gonna say this.
3 times
There's
in a
always
row.
something that happens that you. It's the most important thing is you miss it. Because my grandmother, she got her green card. I think almost a couple years ago before her passing. But because she was only able to come here during like visits, like for vacation and stuff.
Visas, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't able to stay too long. But I'll never forget. Another thing that came over was like she needs to show up for an interview, and she's like, "I'll go to it. Don't worry."
I'll go to it.
I heard that when I was 17. She got a green card like when I turned 24, 25 or something like that. And I was like, "Did you ever make it to the interview?" I was like, I think so. I was like, "Grandma, that's not the right words you say." But okay.
Yeah, no, he just forgot or something, or like it was too long of a line. I can't remember the exact story, but two different occasions he has
It,
just
it
missed.
it's a pain in the ass stretch to begin with. Because even then, like, um, one of someone in my family, they finally got their papers, but they started when she was young, young. We're talking about like when she was 7. Like she got her papers when she just turned 18 or
Yeah,
19,
my
and
friend
that
is
was
trying to
the
get
only
his
chance.
my friend is trying to get his wife into the country, and he can't.
Oh, it's very strong. It's very very hard to even do anything like that. Which is why it's also annoys me because like that's also why my little pet peeve about it. I was like, I understand the structure. The structure of it is a pain in the ass to go to, but if you can start it in any way, then I still recommend starting it in some way.
Yeah, he started about 2 years ago for his wife.
Yeah, just make sure your foot is in the door, because you don't ever know what happens. That's why a lot of people got scared when Trump was elected, and they were like, we got to get everybody in line. I was like, first of all, who is we and who are you gonna point at?
There can't
Okay.
be a single piece of media without Trump being put into it.
Oh yeah. Well, first of
We
all, that
just made this
man.
the first episode. Trump.
Oh yeah. What do you expect? That man was in shows. What do you expect? That man was a walking cartoon
You just can't
that did
avoid
a
it, and
lot of
I don't like it.
things. Oh,
I
she didn't
don't
even she
like
didn't even like that premise. She's like, I get out of here.
that you can't avoid it. I do not like that. Anyway, so let's go back to your story now about the kid, the chef. I
Yes, the
don't want to go
chef, the
down that road.
5'1" chef. I was amazed at his work. He made food taste delicious. He worked from the bottom all the way to the up. And again, being short was always funny to me. But again, that's one of the things that I always loved about it is that he just had a simple dream. He just wanted to make something special for himself. He wanted to live a peaceful life, and he picked America to be that.
The true American dream.
And right before that restaurant closed, I his transformation was insane. So like, you imagine my kind of skinniness level being 5'1". When he left, thick as he became a bodybuilder. His second job was
Actually,
bodybuilding.
oh, so like
So
that one,
he had that
we
much,
worked with
yeah. So
bodybuilder.
that one server that was all about bodybuilding, that is what he was. Just imagine 5'1", built, like imagine Krillin,
Fired.
just Krillin, all built up like that.
Krillin?
He from Dragon Ball. Like he had that. You know what? Better.
No, what is it? Describe the character. I know that if
You
you
know.
say describe the characters, I can picture.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm gonna do it better. Imagine Broly's muscle size, but in Krillin's height. That is
No, I
how
don't know
he
either of those
ended.
people.
That's fine, but I'm gonna let the audience figure that out for
Okay,
him.
it's
That
not for
is
me.
that is how
It's not
he
for me.
ended up leaving, and I loved it even more because he became a Dragon Ball Z fan too after finding that whole show. But that's how he ended up leaving. That long ass mane hair, he had the muscles coming out. He had his dream car coming in, but he was 5'1". So I was like, you know what? Good for you. You're gonna make someone happy, and I'm proud of you. You live your life. You live your life.
All right.
You.
Do you look down?
Yeah.
You gotta stop with this 5'1" stuff.
Yeah, that's the part that always threw me off too, because I was thinking he was like
Short kings
16.
exist.
Because
Short
I was
kings.
thinking he was 16. Oh yeah, no, 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 he's gonna be the best short king ever. Okay, he's making someone's happy. Okay, he always cared about making someone happy, and that was always what threw me off. Because people like in the service job are also selfish. They want to get their money. They want to be able to pay what they can, and it's fine to be kind of selfish in that department. Because remember, it's up in the air. Your money comes from the fact of how good you are at the job. That's kind of what it is. You're a
Yeah.
salesperson. You're trying to figure out how you can provide excellent service while making sure you get the best tip that comes your way.
I think a lot of them forget that they're salesmen and saleswomen. They just forget and they just, oh, there's this, and this in the menu. Which one do you want? Like that. I figure at the level that we're at, they shouldn't be asking what you want. They should be telling what you should get.
I think that just becomes part of the trade. Because remember, some of them are working there longer than others. They've been hitting that 10-year mark already, and I think to them that's also that corporate issue when it becomes a bit of a formula and you kind of just follow through with it. Nothing against them, but it's that point.
Oh, sorry. It just the 10-year thing because one of the 10-year people are a great salesman and one is not.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's that structure where you kind of just start to slowly formulate your own. Like, this is how it's gonna go. This is how we agree. This is the water, the wine, the food, and they're done. And it's okay to have that. And sometimes if the restaurant is completely packed up and all, you can't do anything. But it's a different thing when you have a busy night, but you can manage the time to everybody. You know, and again, I don't want to bad talk any of them because first of all, I
No,
put me in their shoes. I'm gonna fuck
yeah.
up everything in two
Let me
seconds.
now that you said that, let me speak direct to the camera. This is not about bad mouthing the people. Everyone has bad days. Everyone makes mistakes. What's in my
Everyone has those
as a Hannah
days.
Montana? Everyone has those
Everyone
days.
has those
No
days.
singing on the podcast. We get copywritten.
Oh fuck! I forgot to say. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that's why we have this big fucking broken ass back diorama that only one
oh,
person can
cut to
see.
the
Yeah,
wine.
cut to into the body cam that they can only see.
No, anyway, so that's not what this is about. It might lead into that because we have complaints as their bitches. But it's not about making that's why we don't share names, because it's not about making fun about them. It's talking about the industry in general and what the industry creates from these people. The people who go into it and how they're transformed by the industry. It's not really about them, it's about their environment and what's made them the way that we have complaints about them.
And that's also the thing I kind of wish I kind of took pictures or like kind of.
Pictures. Ready for this story? I have pictures. So I'll text them to you now because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw them and trace these pictures. So I'll show you the pictures. I won't show them the pictures. If that makes sense. So I'll show you that way you know what I'm talking about.
You're gonna
And
have to keep me in the loop for this one because I don't understand this part.
yeah, no, you haven't seen this yet.
He left me. He took out this part when he was telling me about this. Yeah, that's your fault. I'm all here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm in multiple different places. Like
All
we keep
right.
walking
So
around.
the other day, I guess switch to me. Boop. The other day, go ahead and check out the pictures whenever you get them. So this is my note. Blue cheese mess. That is my note for this one, for this story. So, I'm gonna get set up for this one. The other day, normal day, there was a 10 people in the middle of the restaurant, and it was, I'm gonna bleep it out. It was table. It was her table, and this kind of matters. That's why I said her name, because it kind of matters for the story, for you to understand it. And so, in the 200s, there's the middle table, and there's an empty one, and the next one, there was people. So we have a distance of about 25 feet between these two tables. Someone at the middle table, I didn't even see it, I saw the aftermath only. Someone at the middle table had dropped a sauce.
Oh, oh.
And
That's
I don't know
fucked
what
up
it,
for us. For the busboys jobs, because our main job is to clean things like that. The problem is that we don't know where the fuck it happened.
I don't know what it is with these ceramic cups that we use and the metal ones that we use. They bounce and splash and do all this stuff. So this is what happened. I walk up. Are you good? I don't know what's with my throat too. We need to bring water on these things. I
I got water from you.
I walk out and oh, you're in my shot. I walk out and I just see a little drip right on there's carpet in the middle of the restaurant. I walk out and see this little drip. I'm like, oh, it's kind of weird. And I grab my towel and I clean it up. And there's some on the wood. I was like, oh, that's weird. And I grab my towel and I clean it up. And then I follow this trail for about 25 feet in just one direction towards another table. And It's just globs of blue cheese for like 25 feet. It is insane. So I start put the rag down and start using my foot because it's too much. And I'm trying not to make a scene, but I'm like walking around like this, literally like with my hands up like this, like, huh? And there's no one in the restaurant. There's just these two tables. So I'm just like walking around all confused. Like, how do you, what even, where table
How far does this shit go?
25 feet? Anyway, so it's not even done yet, the story. So I clean everything up, all over the floor. I notice, and it's all done. So I noticed there's some on the chair too. I'm like, oh, okay. So and I look up and some on the top of the chair, and then I look up and you'll see this picture. It landed on a glass on the table. It just like smacked.
Oh, and it looks horrid too. It looks like someone put gum in it too.
Yeah,
It's like
I
someone
can't even
literally
remember.
personally put gum on it and then just left it.
Anyway, so I obviously, oh god, the pictures look worse than I remember. You can see it's all over the sheet. Look at the second picture.
This dog really
What did she do?
I think she just jumped in the fucking tub.
In the tub? Yeah, I might as well deal with that.
Hold on, give me a second.
Cut to the wide. Hey, it's not stopped yet. So that 1080 must be
What are you doing?
the bit. So much on
I love this dog, but she is so unusual.
So yeah, you'll see this picture. It's just it goes on for forever. It looks like 25 freaking feet away. Almost done with this story, but it's not done yet. All cleaned up. Table replaced because it landed on the cloth, so I had to remove the cloth as well. No, actually, no, that was part of the story. It only landed on the napkin, so I didn't have to replace the cloth. All that mess and landed on the glass and the napkin. There was nothing on the tablecloth. So that was lucky because that table wasn't sat, so I didn't have to replace it or reset it.
That's nasty though.
Yeah, it's nasty. Blue cheese, especially blue cheese. It wasn't like.
I would have replaced the whole cloth. But you did.
Do you think I should have?
It's already replaced. Don't even worry. Sanitation is what we do best. I bet you that whole thing was already replaced before anyone even sat down.
No, I know it was. But yeah, okay. So then we, not we. I'm lost. Hold on. Okay, so I finished cleaning it. Go do other tasks. Come back. I'm talking to the farther table because there's only two of them, and I'm just making conversation. And she was like, "Yeah," and then something, something kind of hit me in the hair, and I looked up and I couldn't see anything falling from I don't know where it came from, so I just wiped it off. She got blue cheese in her hair from that splash. It get
Okay,
all
so
the way.
here's the main question. Did you ask one of the managers? Did you tell them?
No, I didn't tell manager.
Okay.
Why would I tell manager?
Because that was the first one we were taught. Shit happens to the guests. You gotta tell the managers. Okay, so this stays between all of us. The blue
Yes,
cheese
just you,
never
me,
hit
and the
me,
internet. That's it.
The
No
blue
one
cheese
else.
never hit anybody. It hit things, it never hit anybody.
No, she was fine with it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I think something, because they saw the mess. It wasn't. There's no hiding it. I was like, yeah, they dropped something, and it must. I was like, I'm so sorry. I must have got on your hair. She was like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, because she saw me cleaning it up. But I just thought it went so far, and it reminds me of when I spilled a sauce on the chef. Did you hear about that?
Spilled on the chef? You're not far from this? Was it the executive one, or was it... That man could have... I'm surprised that man didn't whip you or something to just throw you out.
I guess I'll tell that story too. What time is it? Okay, we have time. Because I want to get to one thing.
How many times did you spill shit? Because I hear
Just-
stories
no,
of you
well,
spilling things, okay?
The one I just told wasn't me. Okay, so this one. I was a runner one day. We also have food runners. They run the food to the tables. That's giving away a little too.
That's how classy we are. We have people in their actual positions, and they do their jobs.
Anyway, so I was a runner one day, and goddamn FedEx.
No brand names. We might need them in the future.
No, fuck FedEx.
No, we might need them in the future.
I will never use FedEx.
You know what's funny enough? I haven't even used any of those actually shipment companies in so long. Because you know how other
You mean
store
besides
companies...
Amazon?
No, well, Amazon included, but like every other store has their own little delivery system now. Like Target, Walmart, all of them have their own little small delivery. So
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't even use FedEx at all. I get all my dog stuff from Target for her because they have the best. They have the best food. They have the best food for dogs. Target.
Yeah, no. So anyway, okay, so I was a runner. I can't remember the exact thing. It was actually one of the chef's fault, but the other chef, right? So he put it down in some way that I bumped it with the plate and it slid off. We have a stainless steel table and it just goes flip right into the ground onto the line and it just lands perfectly upright on the line.
Shit, dude.
Yes, they were standing, they were selling food. So it goes blip and I just see a little come up over the table and go back down. And chef was just like, Steady looks down and he's like, "Are you serious?"
Shit, that does sound like him. Oh, he's such a he acts like a gentle giant sometimes because he doesn't
so
say a lot of
gentle,
things,
but
but
I'm
every
so
time he opens his
scared.
mouth,
He says it so
yeah.
gently, but I'm so scared whenever something happens like that. Not like physically scared. I'm just like anxiety scared.
Again, he's like a gentle giant. You're not sure what he's gonna say. Whether it's gonna be like wisdom or a joke or like you're fired. And he's like, what the fuck? What happened?
No, anyway, so it was good news in the end. So he was like, it was a busy day, it wasn't a busy time. So he finishes what he's doing and goes over to the chef's chair and just starts cleaning off it was on the back of his pants, but it was mustard. Not the best sauce to spill. So and then he made it. He made like a joke. He's cleaning his foot, and he said, "What did he say?" Oh, I don't think I can remember. He made some sort of comment where I couldn't tell if he was trying to make a joke. Oh, he said he smiled, not a big smile, and he said, "Well, I'm glad it was me because someone else would have been probably too mad about it," or something like that. Where he was like, I reacted well for this."
I reacted well for
He
this.
didn't say
Oh
that, but he said
gosh.
something to that effect of like, "I'm glad we can laugh about it" or something, but he didn't laugh.
Yeah, and that's why I call him a gentle giant because like he looks very tired and stern
Tired is a good word.
yeah, he just looks like someone who's like, I've been working this for 60 years, and you would believe him, you know?
Yeah.
But he's also that type of person who will like try to chime in on a conversation or would try to say something funny, because he wants to put his 2 cents into it. But he's also the type of guy who like you'll say like a dark joke and he'll be like, that's not really funny. That's kind of scary. And you're like, oh yeah. Kid, you're fun. Like you have a good humble life. We've seen some shit already, so we can joke about it. Like, oh, actually, you know what? I probably shouldn't say that because this revolves one of the food runners, and she has dark humor. I don't think we can say that actually. We're gonna.
I don't even know at this point. We're gonna figure
Yeah,
it
yeah,
out.
no. Yeah, we're not.
Oh, we both did this.
Yeah, you know.
What is it, Naruto? Yeah.
I dropped that show again. I'm sorry.
Stop dropping Naruto. It is the best, and you can hate me. I don't give a shit. Naruto is the best, including Shippuden. I haven't seen Boruto. It is the best fictional story I have ever heard.
I have dropped that show 5 fucking times.
I have a rant.
By
I recorded the wrong
accident.
screen.
By accident.
I have a rant now. It's not even about the topic of this broadcast. Let me grab the microphone. Everyone who's, I'm not even cutting to you. The wide canceled again.
Why cancel again? Oh.
Fuck it.
Do your rant first. Just aim at the camera.
Everybody
just make it dramatic.
who says there's too many filler episodes of Naruto is a lying sack of shit, and they know it. I bet they watch One Piece. How many episodes? I'm cutting to you. How many episodes in One Piece? 2,500.
Is it over 2,000 now?
I think it went over 2,000 last year.
I thought it was over 1,000.
It's definitely over 1,000 because I remember they had 1,800.
What?
They didn't have episode 1,800.
Since when?
Maybe I'm lying. Either way,
I think chapters is what you're talking about.
There's definitely over 1,000 episodes of One Piece. I'm still to the camera. One Piece. How many fucking fillers are there? And you call it the best anime in the world? Yeah, Google it. We have internet. And yet, Naruto has maybe 25 to 50 episodes of filler in the first season after Sasuke leaves. Not the first season, the first iteration. After Sasuke leaves, it's maybe 50, maybe. But I didn't even call all the filler because you get to see everyone like reacting to stuff.
1,089.
Huh?
1,089, including OVAs.
Oh, it's not
movies, and all
1800.
that. No,
I guess I got 1008 mixed with 1800. But either
I'm
way,
dyslexic ass man. Just kidding.
dyscalculic. Oh my god, I'm sweating.
Meanwhile, I had dropped the show 5 times in the
This is
name of
not
watching the
an
show.
anime.
You know what is a
Podcast.
good show anime? You
Podcast.
know what is actually is a good anime? I kind of find out, and it's really nice.
Okay.
You guys should watch Dragon Ball. It's a really good anime.
Oh, is that low budget? Like there's only like 10
Uh,
episodes out so far.
there's like only 35, but it's really good. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
I
recommend
think I've
it.
heard of that. I think I've heard of Dragon Ball.
Yes, it's really really nice. I liked it. It made me a better man.
We say that as there's. I didn't even realize this whole shot is you and Spider Man.
Yeah, I know. We can ignore that one. He doesn't matter.
I'll blur it out.
It really changed my life. I don't know if you can tell by the haircut.
All
But
right.
it really changed my life.
Do you have another topic that you want to talk about?
I want to talk about anime more now, actually, because
Nope.
you got me on my
This
gripes.
is not an anime podcast.
Yeah, I know. Which reminds me, I should probably do one for myself.
We could do anime themed episodes. But I have
Maybe,
I have literally no experience in anime.
Neither do I. That's why I wanted to see how far we can go.
That's funny. Because if you don't, I do have something that I want to talk about.
No, I can't think of anything else. I think we kind of covered most of my topics.
We
I
can
think I
save-
think I think the funnier part of
I have
my
more, but we can save it for the next.
yeah, we can say it. I think one of the I guess a funny part of my end is um it happens everywhere. If you ever worked in the server business, you're gonna see it a few times. But we always had those guests that arrive, that sit down, that try to order water and stuff.
Oh wait, hold on, sorry.
And
No,
then,
that's cool.
oh yeah, I forgot about the camera. You know what the fun little fact I love about Dragon Ball in general
No,
is that everything's inconsistent because there's too many timelines connected to it.
that sounds about right. Anyway, so you were saying.
So yeah, one of the things I love about the server is that it's a little thing that always makes me laugh. Is they come in, they sit down, and then they look at the menu, and then they see the prices, and then and then instead of actually like admitting to it, like, oh, this is actually out of our price range or something of that, they try to give us a decoy to have an exit.
So what happened there? Because there
So
was two customers who came in. It
there's
seemed like
three little miniature stories that came from
Okay.
one was this old lady, which she complained that she wasn't getting service at all, despite her being on the phone this whole time and telling us that she's on the phone, which always pissed me off because the person who had her was one of the best servers. So it kind of irked me. I'm like, well, why are you complaining to one of the best servers? They have no chance to even speak to you because you're on the phone. Her husband came in. They sat down. They looked at the menu, and you can see them in the moment when their brain clicked. It's like, we can't afford this. They got up and they left. The only thing that got worse was that they left, leaving a complaint on the server. And he's trying. Obviously, they're trying to like. Okay, well, now it's time to put my pitch in, trying to see what kind of water if they want instead of tap. All this stuff, but they just left, leaving a complaint.
Is it the same waiter that had those guys take a drink and leave and run out on the bill?
No, 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 no. That was on a different one, which I also sucks too. Which is I really hate when people try to leave on the bill.
Well, yeah.
Please pay your tab.
Break
Please,
the camera.
yeah, please understand. Like, if you can't afford it, that's fine. I'm a broke bitch too. I will understand. Like, I will sit down and be like, I gotta go. I'm sorry. This was too much for me.
Deep breath in.
On Google, this was $2 cents. I thought I could afford it. This bitch is 4. I was not
It was-
expecting that.
I swear
okay?
it was only $1 on Google. I'm sorry. I don't
Okay,
know.
I wanted to treat myself. This was not the way I had expected it. Okay, sorry. I'll take my water cup and go.
So that is interesting. You've said that you've gone to a restaurant and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't afford this. I have to leave."
Yeah, I look. I will admit to this. As much as I'm stuttering, I will admit to when I can't do things.
No, I've never done that.
Yeah.
I've never been able to, like. Well,
Well, I mean,
I've researched it more, so I've never gone to a super done.
well, for me, it builds character. Cause I mean, that's also what I mentioned, like a bit before we in this podcast. I was like, working in the industry builds character and also kind of changes who you are and kind of builds you in certain ways. I was a big chunky man when I started to re-enter myself into the service industry because I worked one corporate job and I worked it for 10 years. Did not work out, and I was like, fuck it, let me be a busboy, work my way up because I knew they made good money, but I was a chunky boy. I was what 235 I think, and in the course of working in the in this newer job back into the industry, I also lost a lot of weight because of it, and I do think that it wasn't stress, it wasn't anxiety, it was actually good feelings, just slowly losing it. But yeah, that was the thing for me. On my own personal note, I do own up to when I can't afford anything, because I will look at the menu and be like, I can't afford this shit. I don't know why I'm here. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Yeah, it's pretty good because I've never really done that.
Yeah, well, like I said, it builds character. It kind of makes you understand your mistakes. It also makes you hone in on the embarrassing moments in your life, like if you drop anything. Oh, for another
Speaking of
example,
honing, to change subjects real quick,
yeah.
we have to go for like 10. It's not even an hour yet, so we gotta go for 10 more minutes.
Oh, is it already on the 50
It's
mark?
50 minutes, 50
Oh,
seconds,
really?
50
Oh,
minutes.
shit. Okay.
So we gotta do. I want to do an hour because I want to do a little over an hour because I have to cut some stuff out.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you hit the hour mark. I was.
So actually, we have to go like 10 minutes over, so we have 20 more minutes ish because the first 10 minutes was not the podcast. Speaking of honing, I have
The
a
fuck
magical
is that?
box, a secret mystery box for the day, for this
That is so
episode.
flat.
What?
This is so flat. I'm sorry. Go back to your talk. I'm sorry.
Things that are flat can be good. Anyway, so for the last, we have a couple chefs at the restaurant, and for the last five, no, I'm thinking for the last 5 weeks, I've been making something for the chefs. It was supposed to be for Christmas, but it took me more than 2 weeks to make, which I really didn't think it was gonna. Actually, it's because it's been like 6 weeks.
I'm very confused.
I know you. No one knows about this yet, so this has been a secret. No one in the restaurant knows, and this is gonna come out after I show it to them. So no problem. Um, I made a knife for the chefs.
Oh, great value. Cool.
I made
I,
sure that's oily.
I was gonna say, so you actually made. Oh, so you actually completed that. Oh, wow.
I made a knife for the chefs, a Damascus knife from scratch. Hammered it, handled. I made this box kind of.
I don't know if they're gonna use it, but
Why?
well, I mean, some of them have to be, I think, regulated or something like that.
No, no, no. That's why
But
I made it. So it's steel, obviously, and I made the handle so it can be. It's not wood. If I made it, I was gonna make it wood, but you can't have wooden handles in the kitchen. So I made it plastic, so you can use
oh,
it in the kitchen. I made it to be used like it's health code.
oh, so you actually follow the health code
Yeah,
violations on that? Oh, fucking
I know. I
nice.
did it on purpose because I wanted them to use it. But obviously, if they don't agree to use it, I just have a knife for myself.
Yeah, you can practice cooking with. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I will take that if they don't want it. It would be
It'll
really
probably be
nice.
a light over there. So
Partially
yeah.
say his name, but good on
No,
you.
I've already said his name. He's okay. And then I made this little box for it to present it.
I'm not gonna lie, I got really scared. I thought you were gonna be like, this is the question box.
Shut
If
up.
they have,
I thought the knife fell. Oh, this is like a question from the audience. Is that what you thought?
yeah, like we're gonna leave this in the restaurant, so everyone can leave a question, and then we can
Oh,
see if we can
that's
answer
shitty.
it.
That's a shitty idea.
I know. I was gonna tell you like that's a very shitty idea. Please let's not do that. You might need to
So I'm
fix
gonna
that
present
closer.
them with this when I go back to work.
I would like to see how that turns out. Actually,
Yeah, me
I
too.
would be really
I'm
interested.
not putting my spirits into them using it because I don't want to be disappointed. Because it's
That's one way to look at life. Yeah.
a chef's knife. A chef's knife is like a pretty personal thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also very, very. It's one of those like very personal. It's like knights with their swords.
Yeah. Speaking of swords, I have a katana, of course, nerd. Um,
You have a katana, but you don't watch it anyway.
I watch anime. I just haven't seen a lot. That's a funny comparison. No, anyway, so I sharpened this 4 or 5 times because couldn't get it sharp enough, and then on the fourth time, it was the fourth, not fifth. I put it up to my katana, and I was feeling the edge. It is, it feels as sharp as my katana, which
That's
is
good.
very good. I have the name brand drop. I have Cutco knives in my kitchen. The mics just stopped. That scared the shit.
Okay. Well,
I almost
now
shit
now
my
we need to
pants.
figure out when they cut and when it
No, no, it just
recorded.
stopped in that sentence.
Oh, thank heavens, then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I have these mics anyway, so it's good. Safety for safety. I've learned that audio you need because you can remake video. You can't remake audio.
No, you cannot remake audio. Trust me, I had to listen to these
Oh,
guys with their own issues with audio for like 2 weeks.
oh yeah. I was
I
doing
wasn't a
it.
part of that. I just had to listen to it, and that was enough for me to not
I
even
also make
listen.
films with his brother, and we forced him into some of it, of course. But he's seen the issues.
I make funny, stupid Instagram videos
I
as
haven't seen
well
your Instagram videos.
as well. Not many, but I also make Monster Hunter content.
Hey,
So that's where
how
that
did I not
goes.
know this? Are you talking about on Twitch?
No, on Instagram. What?
I didn't know this. I didn't know you made Instagram content. Why didn't you
Yeah,
show me?
I live different lives. What do you want from me?
Oh,
You think I put these together? No.
well, I show you all my lives. Ah, son of a bitch!
The
Why it keeps cutting off? Whatever.
like I said, we can fix that once we get the switcher. But yeah, no. But I took a huge hiatus on it. I'm actually rebranding it. I'm gonna restart it all over.
More Star Wars.
Yeah, we're gonna keep you guys updated on how they, on what they think of the knife.
Yes.
If you see
So
him
next
crying,
episode,
if you see him crying, then you know how the ending turned out.
next episode is gonna be the reveal of how if they accepted my knife. Honestly, sorry, sad part of the podcast. It's sad for me. No one else seems to give a shit. I kind of made it with it in mind that one chef was gonna use it mostly. And then he got fired recently for unrelated and
Oh yeah, I know where you're going with this. Yeah, it
and
was it.
I'm trying to see like,
You can't sugarcoat it in any way.
huh?
You can't sugarcoat it in any way.
I don't think I want to describe it because it's still an ongoing.
Exactly. You can't sugar. You can't. I don't think you can say anything.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. He was let go, and I'm sad, and I disagree that he should have been let go. That's what I'm gonna say. That's an opinion that I can give. There's no information.
Exactly. That's your opinion. Leave it at that, and
There's no information I'm giving out.
don't get the cable.
No, that's what I'm sad about it. A, because he left, and B, because now he can't ever use my knife. He was one of the reasons I made the knife.
He made good food.
Say again?
He made good food.
Because you looked at the camera. I didn't get it.
He made good food. No,
He was the best.
I'm mad because because of that. He made.
Should
good
we say
food.
that on the podcast that he was the best cook? Is that a secret?
Well, it only became to the family meals, because everything else that he came out of it was good. It's because you could understand that he cooked the food with us in mind. Some of the other ones have rushed the food so they can say that they made it. And that's the only thing that ever aggravated me, because it comes out of our pocket sometimes. You know,
All the
it
time.
comes out, yeah,
We pay weekly for it.
yeah.
I think it's
So
like $4 a week that we pay for family meal.
yeah, it aggravates because I never get there in time for family meals, so I'm just like,
Yeah,
this is
me
money losing me. Like, I'll take the $4 and go and eat fast food or something like
That's
that.
true. I rarely eat family meal, and yet I pay for it every week.
Yeah, that's one of the bitterness that comes from it.
So I guess since we need about 10 more minutes, I'll tell one more story.
I'm gonna talk about Dragon Ball. So
Stop, cut. All right, so this is a good one, and it's not any specifics, and it can be told. Well, okay, should I do the new? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna to end the podcast. I'm gonna ask a question to both the audience of Zero and to Jason here. It's kind of a moral question, and it leads into something that I did, which I don't know if I should feel bad about. Or what?
you want this on the podcast? You want this video recorded and written?
Yeah, it's a podcast. It's a broadcast.
It's okay. I can't tell the difference between the two either.
I think broadcasts are live. I don't think this is a broadcast. Let me turn that one back on. All right, so let me put a question to you. There was a man who came in. It was a Thursday night, so we closed at 9, right? There was a man. They closed the doors early. They closed the doors a little early. And so he came up to the door, and we had no reservations. That's why they closed early. To be clear, there was no more reservations that night. Closed a little early. I was far away, and this man, I could see him outside. He came up to the door, and he was there for quite a minute. He was like looking in, and like I think he started knocking, but I don't know. And there's no one up front because the doors. We locked the doors. So I saw him and no one else did. But I told a waiter, I was like, "Oh, there's a guy there. Should we even go up there? Is that?" And they just said no. I walked away because it's really not my job. I can't unlock the door. I can't do that. But I also couldn't find the manager. And by the time I did, I left. But I, it brings up a dilemma to me. Do we have if we're still technically open? Do we have the responsibility to let them in? Because you know how in this kind of restaurant, if we let two more people in to eat, it'll be another hour we're open at least. Is that immoral? Did I do the right thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you confessing? Like this isn't church. You shouldn't be coming up
Did I
here trying
did
to
I do the
confess
right
the one
thing?
energy. Like I don't, I got no power of sin. So
Answer
do
me.
what you want. That's. I mean, that's just how the company. Some companies are. That's how the structures go. Because there are some restaurants that will close early if it's just completely dead.
It was.
But you can't really blame. I mean, you could blame the company. You could blame the restaurant, but sometimes you're shit out of luck. Sometimes you want to go to your favorite spot and they're just closed because they're closed.
So here's a tangent that goes along with it. A couple months ago, maybe two, Pizza Hut had come up with a new idea. It's like it was basically a thinner calzone. It was just like a melt.
Stromboli.
Yeah, but it was open on both sides, on two sides. It was like a quesadilla but with pizza. It was like a pizza quesadilla that was fried. I don't know what it was called. And it was the only advertisement that ever worked on me. I saw it actually at the restaurant. I saw a commercial. I was like, that actually was really good. I want to go get that. So that night I went to go get pizza because I looked it up. I left work at like 11, and they were open till 12. I was like, oh good, okay. I'll drive here and I'll get that pizza thing. I drive to the first one. I say the first one because it was 11:40 and they were closed. And in my head, I was just like, that is the worst thing. Why are you closed? It's 11:40. I just want something real fast. I swear to God, it's a Pizza Hut. It doesn't take them like us. It doesn't take them 50 minutes to get through their meal at least. Voice crack. Fast food place. And they were closed. And there's people all in the parking lot, so I assumed they had just closed. And I even walked up the door. I was like, "Hey, the sign on your door says 12. Google says 12." Knock on the door. He's like, "We're closed. We're closed." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I walked away. That was no big deal. I was just gonna. That was fine. But I drove to another one that was open till 1 a.m. I was like, "Oh, cool. This one's open till 1." I live in a city. That's how it works. Even though it's already 3 years after COVID. Two. Um, I was going to there's Pizza Hut. So I go. I think it's like another 20-minute drive or 15, and with traffic. And this is AM, by the way, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. So it's now it's 12 by the time I get there, 12 a.m. and they're closed. No, sorry, the door's not locked. I walk in, the lights are on. He said, "Oh, we're not taking any more orders, man." I was like, I wasn't arguing with the guy, so I was like, "Oh, okay," and I walked out. But it was like the door was open, unlocked, and the door said we were open till 1 a.m. and he wouldn't take my order. And then someone else walked in right after me because I was sitting in my car. Well, I'll get to that. But I was sitting in my car, and he walked in too, and he was walked out because they didn't get his order either. So that's the story. Now my question is, if what I did next was okay.
Did you run the car in the shop, or what the hell are you talking
I
about?
reported them on Twitter.
Oh, that fucking hype just for one minuscule ending. Oh gosh.
I t- I tweeted Pizza Hut. I tweeted Pizza Hut and said, "Hey, these stores are closed and they should be open." And I've never done anything like that before. I kind of want to do it just to see what would happen because obviously I didn't think I was gonna get Pizza Hut that night. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get this night. But I heard people DMing businesses on Twitter, and then they deal with it. in some form or fashion. Because
Fashion.
yeah, because I've tried to you can't call anywhere anymore. That's impossible. You can't like call and say something about it unless it's like even that business probably would have an automated call in.
Oh yeah. No one. Yeah. They have no reception now to actually listen to complaints.
Yeah. So
which is, I guess, is
actually,
fine.
I could probably read the tweets. What I tell
I
them.
would say it's fine because why would you want to get a job where you get yelled at?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Who did I tweet them from? I don't even know how do you see messages? Oh, it's right here. Oh, pizza. Okay. Oh my god, I feel now. Okay, I feel like a dick.
Yeah, what'd you say? You just say fuck you in the middle? Like,
No. I said. Hold on.
oh lordy. So here's my 2 cents on that.
Well, let me show you this first. I told them that I went to 2 different locations, and they were both closed within an hour before they were supposed to be closed. And this must have been, it couldn't have been automatic. It could have been, I guess. But they answered me within the minute, and they said, "Hi, thanks for reaching out to us!" Exclamation point. Mind sharing both of those stores' locations? Best. Sarah at Pizza Hut. So I gave him the address.
You said her name too.
I gave him the address. Oh yeah, no, thanks Sarah from Pizza Hut, from at Pizza Hut. She helped me out, kind of. And then I just explained the situation what I just explained the story. She said, "Thank you for sharing with us. We've reported this internally so our team can look into this further. Please let us know if we can help with anything else. Best." Oh, it says Ryan now. Ryan at Pizza Hut. So 2 people have dealt with this issue. But that's.
You're a snitch.
I know, right? This is okay. This is the next day. It's 1:54 p.m. I thought it was a.m. Yeah, so I snitched, and I now retelling the story. I feel kind of like a dick. I'm hoping I didn't get anyone in trouble. Consequences of my actions in that.
Yeah. Probably got someone fired.
No.
They probably lost their job. They probably had to go to public
No. No way.
Or go to Taco Bell. Oh gosh.
Well, we'll talk about you're asking for it. So that's my dick hole story, I guess. What are your thoughts?
You're a dick, all right? Yeah, that's it. That's all I could manage.
No, I swear.
No. I've dealt with like actual like fast foods. I've always been like that, and it is annoying because you're kind of just like, well, why even be open then if
Yeah, that was my point,
this
honestly.
kind of mentality.
But I've been there where it's 11 p.m. and there's still people in the restaurant. We close at 9.
It also depends on the people who are actually working in there. Like I've been to Chick-fil-A is that where they're like they got everything like still stocked up for like 9:30, knowing they're closing at 10 because they know that the rush is coming in. But then I also went to like. And then I went to like Burger King with like we're opening at 2, and I'm here like at 9, and it's like, hey man, can I get something? And you just hear nothing. You just hear someone like, get the fuck out of here because I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's a better
He's
example.
like, well, what the fuck?
I guess that's a better example because it's more extreme. Mine was kind of close to the end, or maybe it was 11:20. But either way, it doesn't matter. So
What did I just say?
I'm a dick.
Or just go see him.
He's a dog. I'm a dick. He's a dog owner. This is what is the name of this podcast? So broadcast. This is See You Waiter, bitches. Cut to the wide. That doesn't exist. Okay, I think that was good. A good first episode. You'll be able to tell us that, not me. This is gonna be weekly. Come back next Monday or Tuesday.
Weekly.
Yeah, it's gonna be weekly.
Okay.
You didn't know?
Okay.
So do that reaction thing, and I missed it.
I wasn't expecting a weekly.
Yeah, every Sunday we record and then I
Okay.
edit it and post it on Monday.
Sunday's the day of the Lord. I gotta
Tuesday.
change my schedule here and there.
No, I'll just show up. I'll just show up on time the rest of the time.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll actually work on actually scheduling this thing.
Yeah.
And working on the schedule, and then hopefully everything works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Instead of being 3 hours late.
Yeah. Just like work. Okay. I've been Dylan.
And I'm Jason.
I've been Jason.
No, he is not.
No.
Oh.
And I'm Dylan. Kind of.
You're really stuttering your name, huh?
Bye.
Do you want me to do the outro,
Oh, go
or
ahead.
are
Do
you
yours.
handling? Okay, then. Thank you for listening, everybody. Even if it was just for a minute, it does mean a lot to us. Uh, as always, if you wanted to find out more about us, we do have an Instagram, we do have a Twitter. I actually stream on Twitch.
All right. Well, this was the podcast. This was the broadcast. Um, you can probably follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I have to make all those this week. At I'm hoping the see the waiter bitches broadcast. Twitter, Instagram, all that. My Twitch is wannabe gaming at twitch.tv, and Jason's here is
And mine's going to be twitch.tv/settlelight. If you wanted to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it's also going to be in the same name.
all right.
Yeah.
Cut to the wide.
All right. And I thank you for listening. May you guys have a beautiful morning, a wonderful afternoon, a pleasant evening, and a peaceful night. Take care.
Jesus Christ, that was better than I was gonna do. Bye.
I want you to pick the mic actually at the very end.
I was trying to get your attention so you could say, talk about special guests coming up too.
Ah, shit.
Look
Hold on.
Look for special
Wait.
guests.
Hold on. I didn't cut yet.
'Cause
Hold
I'm
on.
like, hello, I want
And
to
wait
special
for
guests.
later on for special guests such
Oh.
as Joe DiMaggio.
That is not his last name.
Do you know Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah.
Good. We're gonna no. So we
Yeah,
are.
both
We
his
do want to
first
have
and
eventually
last
have.
name wrong.
I'm talking. We do eventually want to have guests as well. That'll be a thing. Oh, TikTok. Same TikTok name as well.
You have TikTok. I mean, TikTok. Yeah, it's
Oh!
an amazing platform.
Amazing platform
Very,
from
very
China.
good.
Our friends
It
over
is.
in China's government.
Wait, China bought it actually.
China made it.
Oh fuck. I mean, China.
To the wide. Bye.
Chinese fried rice is really good.
All right, don't be racist.
I really like the food though.